Among the countless living creatures that have flourished on our vibrant, blue planet, there is one remarkable bloodline, a lineage that has stood firm, endured, and dominated through endless geological ages. The bear family. From the harsh, frozen tundras of the Arctic Circle to the lush, rain-soaked tropical forests of the world. From towering, snow-covered peaks to the vast, untouched grasslands of Alaska, bears exist as living proof of nature's grandeur, a symbol of power, resilience, astonishing adaptability, and an unbreakable will to survive. Every member of this great family carries its own unique appearance, its own refined survival strategy, its own story, and together, they radiate an aura of raw majesty and primal strength. A miraculous evolutionary journey, crafted with astonishing precision by the Earth itself, over thousands of relentless millennia. This cinematic experience takes us on a breathtaking adventure, following 4 legendary bear species, champions of 4 extreme worlds: the majestic polar bear, the swift, razor-sharp sun bear, the inventive American black bear, and the unstoppable Alaskan brown bear. Each one a warrior, each one forged by nature, each one born to rule its domain. They conquer icy wastelands, they survive scorching jungles, they dominate endless mountains and untamed wilderness. 4 philosophies of survival, 4 unmatched strategies, 1 extraordinary story. And it all begins here in the Arctic, where a colossal predator, cloaked in snow-white armor, faces the harshest force on Earth, nature itself. Amid the frozen wasteland, drifting ice, blinding snow, hunger tightens its grip, a constant, unrelenting threat. To survive, every 10 days, its body must take in one thing: energy. Over mocham, home calories. Fail once, and starvation wins. A harsh sentence written by nature itself. Time is up. Today is the final day. Desperate, driven, the great predator searches endlessly for a life-saving meal. This frozen kingdom, the Arctic, is its only home, a land so empty, not even a single blade of grass survives. Here, ice melts and refreezes, again and again, until the world becomes a giant, glass-like mirror, reflecting nothing but an endless gray sky. Even summer shows no mercy. Instead of life, it brings chaos. A shifting maze of ice. Every direction looks the same. For the polar bear, this place is no sanctuary. It is a trial, a test, a never-ending battle against nature itself. The greatest challenge here isn't the bone-deep cold. It's the hunt, finding prey in a landscape of endless ice. A world so vast, so empty, it feels like it stretches into infinity. Yet to endure, to survive at the remote edge of the Earth, where conditions are at their most brutal. The polar bear has evolved into a masterpiece of adaptation. Every part of its body is a natural marvel, engineered with precision, built to withstand the Arctic. To humans, this land seems silent, a frozen wasteland, lifeless, cold, still. But to a polar bear, it is not empty. This world speaks. It whispers through scent. Every breeze carries information. Every faint mark in the snow reveals the presence of life. With a sense of smell up to 500 times stronger than ours, one deep breath of this icy air is all it needs to detect what we could never see. With an extraordinary sense of smell, this predator can detect prey from nearly 30 kilometers away, a staggering range, allowing it to pinpoint a target with uncanny precision. Its massive frame, its thick fur, and an incredibly dense layer of fat together form a flawless insulation system. It stays warm, even while submerged in ice-cold water. But the true marvel, the feature that leaves scientists speechless, lies in the design of its fur and skin. At first glance, the fur looks pure white, but the truth is shocking. Every single hair is completely transparent, This unique structure allows sunlight to pass straight through the coat, warming the bear from within. And beneath that extraordinary fur lies jet black skin, a biological advantage found nowhere else in the animal kingdom. The dark skin absorbs nearly all of the sun's radiation, converting light into heat, turning the bear's entire body into a living solar panel, a machine built by nature itself to conquer the cold. This reservoir of energy allows the massive polar bear to endure and survive, even on the darkest days, days when thick clouds swallow the sky, and not a single ray of sunlight breaks through. But its power is not defined by strength alone. The polar bear is a hunter, a strategist, a master tactician, with front paws like sledgehammers and limbs built for raw force. It can drive its claws nearly 8 centimeters into solid ice. That isn't just traction, that is explosive acceleration in a single heartbeat. This giant can sprint with the speed of an Olympic athlete. Its jaws are armed with razor-sharp teeth, as strong and as unforgiving as steel. One strike, one bite, and even the thickest bones are crushed in seconds. And yet, even here, in this harsh, frozen world of ice and wind, in this unforgiving world where every step carries risk, food isn't the only thing that's scarce. Danger is everywhere, always waiting, always ready to strike. The polar bear, a true lone warrior, does not seek company. It is the master of surviving alone on a continent of ice. When its powerful sense of smell detects the breath or the faint scent of another bear, an ancient instinct ignites. In a heartbeat, it must choose fight or walk away. If the newcomer is another adult male, a brutal confrontation may erupt, a violent clash for territory, dominance, and life itself. These battles escalate fast, and sometimes only one bear walks away. But if fate is kinder, and the scent belongs to a female, the frozen silence transforms into opportunity. One moment, one chance in the entire year. To mate and continue the bloodline, the deep tracks pressed into the snow are more than footprints. They are language. From special scent glands in their paws, polar bears leave a subtle oil, a coded message revealing gender, health, and intention. One careful sniff, one glace at the trail, and the bear knows exactly what comes next in this harsh, unpredictable fight for survival. With a single, deep, sharp, experienced breath, the great polar bear can read the entire story of whatever passed through this land. But this time, the scent in the air carries a warning, a powerful one. The intruder is another male, a giant, bigger, stronger, more dominant. A confrontation at that scale could end in disaster, a brutal fight where both warriors risk losing their lives. Fully aware of the danger, the polar bear makes the smarter move. Silently, it retreats, continuing its lonely, unforgiving march toward survival. Yet the hunger grows heavier with every step. Somewhere out there, hidden among the endless ice, is the next opportunity. A seal. Seals glide through the frigid ocean like silver lightning. Fast, agile, impossible to predict. Their thick blubber isn't just stored energy, it's armor, a shield that keeps them warm, even in water that plunges to -20 degrees Celsius. A seal like that holds enough life-sustaining power to carry the polar bear through the difficult days ahead. To gather enough energy to survive the week, the polar bear cannot rush. It cannot act on impulse. It must vanish into the landscape, motionless, silent, patient, waiting for the perfect moment. The moment when the seal surfaces, relaxed, unaware, and rests on the ice. This is not instinct. This is strategy, a mental battlefield, a contest of endurance and precision. Here, on this frozen stage, survival does not belong to the strongest. It belongs to the one who waits the longest. Seals glide through the frigid ocean like silver lightning, fast, agile, impossible to predict. Their thick blubber isn't just stored energy, it's armor, a shield that keeps them warm, even in water that plunges to -20 degrees Celsius. A seal like that holds enough life-sustaining power to carry the polar bear through the difficult days ahead. On this unforgiving journey to stay alive, there are moments when the polar bear faces challenges that seem impossible to overcome. Sometimes it must swim for tens of kilometers through water so cold it cuts straight to the bone. Out here, even a drop of just a few degrees in body temperature can mean death. In mere moments, its massive body could become a silent, lifeless block of ice. Seals glide through the frigid ocean like silver lightning, fast, agile, impossible to predict. Their thick blubber isn't just stored energy, it's armor, a shield that keeps them warm, even in water that plunges to -20 degrees Celsius. A seal like that holds enough life-sustaining power to carry the polar bear through the difficult days ahead. Yet it is that fierce instinct for survival that has shaped the polar bear into an undefeated warrior of the Arctic. They endure, they adapt, they overcome. With extraordinary stamina, they bend to every brutal shift in their world. Cold, storm, hunger, ice. And in this relentless fight to stay alive, they battle not only the ruthless forces of the wild, but the deepest fears buried within themselves. Because in the Arctic, survival isn't just strength, it is will. Seals glide through the frigid ocean like silver lightning, fast, agile, impossible to predict. Their thick blubber isn't just stored energy, it's armor, a shield that keeps them warm, even in water that plunges to -20 degrees Celsius. A seal like that holds enough life-sustaining power to carry the polar bear through the difficult days ahead. A successful hunt means survival. It buys the polar bear a few more precious days on the unforgiving ice. Every time its sharp teeth lock onto its prey, it's more than a hunt, more than a meal. It is power, absolute power, a declaration of dominance. In a world where mercy does not exist, and only the strongest endure. Leaving the frozen Arctic behind, our story shifts to a world that feels like the complete opposite. The rainforests of Southeast Asia. Here, golden rays of sunlight struggle to break through the thick, tangled canopy. The air is heavy and wet, alive. And hidden deep within this emerald maze is a small bear species. At first glance, it looks gentle, harmless, but looks can be deceiving. Despite its gentle, even timid appearance, this animal hides a strength far beyond expectation. Within the bear family, the sun bear is the smallest, barely 1 meter in length, around 45 kilograms in weight. Yet when strength is measured relative to body size, this tiny bear becomes one of the strongest bears on the planet. Its harmless look deceives. It lulls other animals into complacency, a fatal mistake. Because deep in this brutal rainforest, the sun bear is a warrior, feared, respected, undeniable. Armed with claws up to 10 centimeters long, made of dense keratin, nearly twice as hard as concrete. These claws aren't just sharp, they are weapons, built for survival, built for battle. Not only that, its claw structure is reinforced with additional bone, a unique feature found in no other bear on Earth. With this remarkable design, the sun bear can shred through thick tree bark, rip open fortified termite nests, and climb smooth vertical trunks with effortless precision. Day after day, it moves through the rainforest without rest, claws cutting, digging, tearing, and, astonishingly, its power never fades. Because the sun bear isn't just searching for insects, it's not just hunting termites. What ignites its passion is one thing: wild honey, high above the forest floor. 9 meters up an ancient tree lies a hidden treasure, a hive overflowing with fresh golden honey, the prize it refuses to give up. That is what it desires most: a massive beehive, an invaluable reservoir of energy, up to 10,000 calories in a single prize, enough to sustain the sun bear for days. But to claim this reward, it must face danger. One slip, one careless mistake, and it could fall into the abyss below. Instant death. Yet, its fierce will to survive pushes it forward. With fearless determination, it clings to the tree trunk, using only one paw, while the other claws, rips, and tears at the solid bark. Its jaws explode into action, grinding, biting, slicing, a living chainsaw, cutting through layer after layer. Because in this rainforest, survival belongs to the one who dares. A hive overflowing with fresh golden honey, the prize it refuses to give up. The thick layer of wood is barely an obstacle, and when the distance to the hive narrows to just a few centimeters, the sun bear finally reveals its secret weapon, a tongue that stretches up to 25 centimeters, the longest of any bear on Earth. This biological masterpiece slides deep into the narrow cracks of the tree, lapping up every drop of thick golden honey. That sweetness isn't just a reward, it's fuel, pure energy, the power that keeps the sun bear alive. In this relentless rainforest, its senses are razor sharp. Its strength defies its size, and with a nose that can track honey from astonishing distances, there is almost no prey and no hive that can escape its reach. While the polar bear rules with pride over the frozen kingdoms of the Arctic, surviving bone-cutting cold with unmatched strength and endurance, the sun bear claims a very different throne, deep inside the rainforests of Southeast Asia. It dominates not through size, but through agility, precision, and pure, unshakable courage. Two bears living at opposite ends of the earth. Two lives shaped by environments that could not be more different. One forged by ice and endless white horizons. The other forged by humidity, dense vegetation, and eternal shadow. And together, they reveal a profound truth. In nature, power is not defined by size. True strength is the ability to adapt, to bend, to change, to evolve, to refuse to surrender, no matter the odds. Far away, across the vast North American continent, towering mountain ranges rise into the sky, wrapped in endless green pine forests. Autumn fades, its brilliance slips away. A chill creeps through the air, carried by the first whisper of winter. Nature is about to change, once again. A cold, primal breath weaves its way through every leaf, every blade of grass in this untouched wilderness. Amid the vast, rugged landscape, a solitary figure stands in silence, powerful, imposing, preparing for the most critical confrontation of the year, a battle that will determine its very survival. This is the American black bear, a true symbol of wild strength. And this formidable creature has a name, Cody. Standing over 5 feet tall at the shoulder, weighing nearly 300 pounds, Cody is a tower of muscle and raw power. Every movement reveals tight, rippling muscle, strength capable of overwhelming any challenger foolish enough to cross his path. Yet the enemy he faces has no claws, no fangs. It lurks in silence. Not the cunning lynx, not the relentless prairie wolves, but winter, a ruthless force, a silent killer, draining life from every corner of the wild. To stand a chance against this merciless season, Cody has spent weeks For months, Cody has eaten without stopping, never resting, never slowing. Every ounce of energy is stored with precision. Every plump berry, every fat fish, every handful of fallen nuts, all transformed into fuel, reserves he will need for the brutal battle ahead. In the world of bears, time isn't just something that passes. Time is a cycle, governed by instinct, orchestrated with stunning biological perfection. As temperatures begin to drop, movement across the land slows. The once vibrant world falls into an eerie stillness. The lively echoes of summer fade away, replaced by a creeping chill that blankets everything it touches. Winter is coming, yet the enemy he faces has no claws, no fangs. It lurks in silence. Not the cunning lynx, not the relentless prairie wolves, but winter, a ruthless force, a silent killer, draining life from every corner of the wild. To stand a chance against this merciless season, Cody has spent weeks. As frost begins to seal the ground in white, Cody slips into the wilderness, silent, focused. He moves toward a hidden rock den, carved deep into the mountainside. Here, he will vanish from the world for months. Throughout the brutal winter, not a single sighting will be made. But his disappearance is not death. It is a deliberate act, a suspension of time itself. His body enters hibernation, a biological miracle that human science still cannot fully replicate or understand. Cody's heartbeat slows to 1/4 of its normal pace. His breaths become faint, fragile, almost invisible, like a whisper of smoke, dissolving into the frozen air. Yet the enemy he faces has no claws, no fangs. It lurks in silence. Not the cunning lynx, not the relentless prairie wolves, but winter, a ruthless force, a silent killer, draining life from every corner of the wild. To stand a chance against this merciless season, Cody has spent weeks. Its body temperature drops with exquisite precision, just low enough to conserve precious energy, but never so low that its systems fail. It's as if the entire biological machine inside Cody shifts into a deep suspension, a standby mode, where time itself slows, thickens, almost stops. For months, he remains alive, without a single bite of food, without a drop of water, without moving at all. Yet, his body endures, unwavering, miraculous. For most living creatures, prolonged starvation or dehydration means certain death. But the black bear operates under a different rulebook, a biological exception that defies everything we know about survival. The secret lies beneath his skin, a thick layer of fat, a powerful reservoir of stored energy, fueling life through the darkest months of winter. Its body is, quite literally, a massive reservoir of stored energy, a biological bank, holding vital heat and precious water. Each fat cell functions like a battery, a specialized power unit, releasing energy slowly, steadily, over time. Because of this remarkable mechanism, the bear sustains itself with fierce resilience. Through the longest nights, through the deepest cold, through a winter where hunger and darkness rule without mercy, it survives. Where others fall, Cody endures, a thick layer of fat, a powerful reservoir of stored energy, fueling life through the darkest months of winter. And yet, what's truly astonishing is this. If a human body absorbed the same amount of fat, the consequences would be catastrophic. Our hearts would fail, our blood vessels would clog, our entire system would shut down. But for Cody, what would be fatal to us becomes the very key to his survival. What is deadly for humans is his superpower, the secret that allows him to endure winter in a way no other creature can. From this, a new question arises, one that continues to puzzle scientists around the world. How is it possible that after lying completely motionless for months inside his den, Cody's muscles do not shrink, do not weaken, do not lose strength? The answer to this extraordinary phenomenon lies deep within the bear's biology. The brain is the command center, the place where every life process is monitored and orchestrated with precision. Even in deep hibernation, Cody's mind never fully sleeps. It keeps working in silence, sending faint, steady bioelectrical signals throughout his body. These impulses trigger tiny micro-contractions inside the muscle fibers, keeping them active, keeping them strong, even while the body lies motionless. Because of this remarkable mechanism, when Cody awakens, he is just as powerful as the day he entered his den, ready to fight, ready to hunt, ready to reclaim his place in the wild without hesitation. With this extraordinary survival mechanism, the black bear seems to slow the heartbeat of time itself, sustaining life in a suspended state that defies everything humans understand about biology. Yet, beneath the stillness of hibernation lies a harsh truth. This is not peaceful sleep. It is a gamble with death. Outside, in the cold and merciless wilderness, danger waits. Cunning lynx, powerful gray wolves with razor-sharp jaws, even bold wolverines, willing to risk everything for a kill. Under normal circumstances, with full strength, sharp reflexes, and unshaken dominance, a bear like Cody could overpower any of them. But deep inside the darkness of his den, his body immobilized, his immune system slowed to a crawl, he becomes defenseless. He cannot fight. He cannot flee. In this fragile moment, even the smallest threat could steal his life, turning the miracle of hibernation into a tragic, silent end. Because of this constant threat, Cody possesses an extraordinary reflex, one that never truly sleeps. At the slightest hint of danger, even the faintest unfamiliar scent, his brain snaps into action. Even in the deepest stage of hibernation, he reacts instantly, like lightning, ready to defend himself with everything he has left. Time passes in silence. The long, brutal winter retreats, surrendering its throne to the warm, radiant light of spring. Thick snow melts. Life returns. The forest, once silent and still, awakens. Green rises again. Trees stand firm, their branches dry and strong. After nearly half a year in darkness, Cody finally opens his eyes and steps out of the den. Cautious, curious, he enters a world alive with new sound, a world reborn. But this time, something is different. Cody is not alone, because during those long months of deep sleep, a new life has come into existence. a true miracle has been revealed. Two tiny cubs, born quietly, safely, wrapped in the comforting warmth of their mother's body. And even more astonishing, despite months without food, without movement, her body still holds the strength to nourish new life. It is proof of nature's brilliance, one of the most stunning biological marvels on Earth. This sacred birth unfolds in silence, while the mother bear remains deep in hibernation. Then, a sound breaks the stillness, their first cries, soft, fragile, echoing through the den. Moments later, their first unsteady steps toward the gentle light of spring. Their bodies are small, their movements clumsy, but each wobbly step is living proof of something far greater, a legacy of strength, a heritage of resilience, and the quiet, unstoppable power of life itself, continuing on. For the next 18 months, Cody stays close, never more than a few steps away, a constant shadow that refuses to leave his cub's side. With unwavering devotion, he teaches them everything: how to forage and hunt, how to climb into the safety of high branches, how to read the forest, through scent, through silence, through instinct. Above all, one lesson matters most: how to survive, how to adapt in a world where mercy does not exist. Even when the summer sun blazes overhead and the forest explodes with life, Cody and his cubs move with quiet purpose, seeking peace beneath deep, leafy canopies. This is their rhythm: slow, patient, peaceful, a calm understood only by those who have endured the brutal stillness of winter's deep sleep and lived to see the world come alive again. Only by truly understanding their rhythm, their instinct, can we appreciate the meaning behind it. For these powerful creatures, hibernation is not rest, it is rebirth, a complete restoration of energy for the next cycle of life. And when spring returns, it is more than a seasonal shift. It is a reset, a chance to reclaim strength, presence, purpose. But far away, across the vast, endless plains of wild Alaska, where icy winds roar with such force, they seem capable of tearing apart the sky. A massive figure emerges, moving with urgency, determination, preparing for the harshest trial of the year. Winter is coming, and this giant is ready. This is the Alaskan brown bear, one of the largest land predators on the planet. Ferocious, dominant, overwhelming, a fully grown brown bear can reach over 450 kilograms. That's the weight of two full-sized horses combined, or twice the mass of a heavy motorcycle. Its colossal size, is not just strength. It is a statement, an undeniable declaration of absolute dominance within its world. Its massive build can rival the weight of a full-grown tiger. Some exceptional individuals reach truly gigantic proportions, standing shoulder to shoulder with the fearsome giants of the frozen north, the mighty polar bears, the undisputed rulers of the icy world. But such greatness is not something they are born with. Their power is earned, forged through years of struggle, through brutal lessons, through hardship, through countless battles against the merciless wild. And the central character of our story is Thay, a young brown bear, not yet fully grown. Right now, Thay is only half the size of a full adult, a stark reminder of the long, difficult journey ahead if he hopes to reach the strength of the giants that came before him. The massive bear reigns over this region. Time passes, seasons change, but its body remains colossal and powerful. Nearly 3 times the weight of a grown man, almost 5 times the strength of a human. In the unforgiving world of brown bears, size isn't just a trait. Size is everything. It determines territory. It determines access to food. And, above all, it determines survival. To endure the brutal winter ahead, Theo faces an overwhelming challenge. He has only 4 short months to store nearly 130 kilograms of fat. This isn't difficult. It is merciless. It demands relentless effort, unshakable endurance, absolute determination. Because in this wild land, there is one unbreakable law. Only those who accumulate enough energy, enough strength to withstand the killing cold, will survive to see the warm light of spring. Relentless hunger drives Theo into a state of constant tension and urgency. Day after day, he pushes forward, trekking dozens of kilometers, through dense forests, crossing deep valleys, all to follow one unmistakable scent: salmon, the richest, most precious source of energy Alaska's brutal summer has to offer. From July to September, nature reveals one of its greatest spectacles. Millions of powerful red salmon begin an incredible journey, swimming upstream against violent currents to fulfill their sacred mission. To spawn, it is not just breathtaking. It is the grandest survival feast on the planet, where life continues through an endless cycle of giving and taking. Along the roaring river, water crashing over jagged rocks, hundreds of massive brown bears gather. Each one claims a strategic position on the banks, on slick boulders, on narrow ledges above raging waters. The river transforms into a battlefield of hunting territories. Every bear waits, tense, focused, ready for the perfect moment to seize the ultimate prize. In the shadow of the towering rocks, every bear understands one ruthless truth: the golden opportunity to build enough reserves for an entire year comes only once. But for Theo, young, inexperienced, this battle is far from easy. He is a beginner among veterans, a rookie in a hunt ruled by giants. Along the raging river, the massive, battle-scarred bears have already claimed every prime position, places where the fattest salmon leap straight into their reach. With deep, thunderous growls and merciless displays of dominance, they chase off any challenger who dares approach. This river is theirs, their ground, their law. Standing alone among these towering giants, Theo appears small, fragile, unprepared. Yet deep within him, something ignites, a fierce instinct, a burning will to survive. A powerful surge of instinct pushes him toward danger. Hunger claws at him, an emptiness growing inside his chest, dryness burning in his throat. A primal fear ignites like wildfire, consuming every fiber of his body. It becomes an obsession. Special hormones, leptin and ghrelin, flood his bloodstream, driving his hunger to its peak. Unbearable, relentless. The hunger spreads through his nervous system, overtaking every sense until only one thought remains: food. Every thought narrows, every instinct sharpens. The prey becomes everything. Driven by pure survival, Theo keeps moving, heading upstream, toward the deepest part of the river, a place already claimed by a massive, aggressive male. Theo knows the truth. Approaching that spot is reckless, a gamble with fate itself. Yet, primitive instinct erupts inside him, driving him forward, pushing him to test his limits. In the unforgiving world of bears, every clash is more than a confrontation. It is a gamble between life and death, where the line between survival and destruction is razor thin. The two giants, all muscle and fur, face each other. The starving challenger's desperate stare locks onto the cold, dominant gaze of the ruling bear. Their eyes clash through the mist, rising from the crashing water, framed by the roar of the river. And then, in an instant, the battle explodes. The dominant bear strikes first. His massive paw slices through the air with a violent howl, a whirlwind of raw power. A place already claimed by a massive, aggressive male. Theo knows the truth. Approaching that spot is reckless, a gamble with fate itself. Yet, to avoid the violent impact that followed, the river explodes into chaos, water surging upward in a blinding white spray. Growls rip through the air, tearing apart the silence of the wilderness. The clash lasts less than a minute, yet to the defeated, time stretches into eternity. Every second, an agony. When the churning mist settles, the victor stands revealed. The massive bear, unshaken, dominant, unchallenged. Theo retreats, battered, exhausted, his fur scraped with raw wounds, his strength drained, his spirit bruised but not broken. With no other choice, he drags himself downstream, step by heavy step, toward quieter waters. But quieter waters mean fewer fish, a place already claimed by a massive, aggressive male. Theo knows the truth. Approaching that spot is reckless, a gamble with fate itself. Yet, a fierce will surged within it, burning, unyielding, urging it to rise, to cast away every lingering trace of fear. It knew with absolute clarity that if it paused, even for a single heartbeat, death would come long before the cruel winter arrived. Day after day, undaunted by pain, by hunger, by the weight of the wild, it trained relentlessly, observing, reflecting, refining its craft. And slowly, steadily, it learned the sacred rhythm of the river, the pulse of life itself predicting the salmon's desperate climb upstream. Gone were the reckless hunts of youth. No longer did it leap without thought. Now, it chose stillness. A calm so deep it echoed wisdom carved by survival itself. It stood silent, steadfast, like stone defying time, amid the river's raging fury. And then, the destined moment came. Its strike, lightning fast, flawless, inevitable. With honed skill and unwavering focus, it claimed the first salmon, its claws cutting through fate itself, heralding a winter of triumph and plenty. Each glistening salmon caught with Theo's flawless precision was hauled neatly onto the riverbank. He devoured every morsel, nothing wasted, not a shred, left behind a fierce testament to the hunger, the primal instinct of a born predator. Sustained by this rich nourishment, layer by layer, strength returned. Fat built upon muscle. Power surged beneath his thick fur, his body transforming day by day into something greater, something unstoppable. Muscles rippled, alive with raw force. Every movement controlled, deliberate spoke of dominance. Theo, once a young and clumsy bear, now hunted with extraordinary skill 40 salmon in a single day, an achievement beyond reach for any of his kin. It stood silent, steadfast, like stone defying time, amid the river's raging fury. And then, the destined moment came. Its strike, lightning fast, flawless, inevitable. With honed skill and unwavering focus, it claimed the first salmon, its claws cutting through fate itself, heralding a winter of triumph and plenty. In the flowing current below it, understood at last that every struggle, every wound, every breath had been worth it. This was the true reward for its steadfast perseverance. From a frail, uncertain cub, it had risen reborn as a warrior, strong, fearless, resolute. From the distant frozen reaches of the far northern ice fields to the lush, eternal forests that thrive beneath the sun's embrace, from the shadowed mountain caves to the vast, wind-swept plains of Alaska, the lineage of bears endures. Generation after generation, their strength has carved a legacy across every realm of Earth. Each species, each living being, stands as a brilliant testament to the relentless march of evolution, to the boundless adaptability, the fierce, unyielding beauty of life itself, embodied in one creature above all, the magnificent polar bear. The polar bear, an embodiment of relentless will and commanding composure, stands tall, like an untouchable monarch, over its endless kingdom of ice. Its sheer power, its extraordinary endurance against nature's fiercest extremes, have secured its reign as an eternal symbol of resilience. Yet, deep within the emerald rainforests, the sun bear, small yet valiant, proves that greatness is not measured by size, but by the fire within, by spirit unbroken, by courage that defies all odds. Meanwhile, the American black bear, the patient sage of the wilderness, has mastered the art of hibernation, the sacred balance between time and energy, a quiet strength that endures in stillness. And finally, from the vast, untamed wilderness of Alaska, the brown bear rises, unmatched in might, unyielding in heart. It carries the primal pride of the wild itself, a living emblem of nature's raw power and eternal spirit. Let me immerse myself in the primal heartbeat of the wild, where instinct burns fierce and power speaks the only language worth knowing. Here, in this boundless dominion of raw creation, strength reigns supreme, and every breath is a battle for eternity. It is these four magnificent bears, the proud, inseparable fragments of nature's vast tapestry, that together weave an epic tale, an endless symphony of life's eternal flow, ever changing, ever thriving, ever expanding, through every heartbeat of time and beyond. And finally, from the vast, untamed wilderness of Alaska, the brown bear rises, unmatched in might, unyielding in heart. It carries the primal pride of the wild itself, a living emblem of nature's raw power and eternal spirit.